Today we are going to be making a White Russian. I'm going to be making two of them for my wife and I. This is our cocktails and cleaning Thursday, which basically means we just clean our house and then reward ourselves with some big cocktails. And this is sort of a big cocktail, at least for us, as there's about 3 shots of alcohol in it. I start by filling the cup 2/3 to 3/4 full with ice. You don't need any fancy ice or anything, or to crack some large cube. Whatever you have in your freezer, in your ice machine or trays is just fine. I use a tablespoon to measure out the liquids, as each tablespoon is half an ounce, so it's pretty easy to measure out ounces this way. We have a jigger that I used to use, but honestly this is just easier. I've seen some people use a small measuring cup too, which seems like a good idea, but I don't have one of those, so this is what I have, so this is what I use, and it's very easy. I'm also using Smirnoff for the vodka. You can Google around for vodka taste tests and whatnot, and most of the time you'll find that Smirnoff does quite well, sometimes even wins the taste test among like people that swear by Grey Goose or Kettle One or whatever. It's also pretty cheap. I think this is like $13 for a 750 milliliter. So I don't really see any reason to buy anything else. You can feel free to spend your money on fancy vodka, but Smirnoff in this cocktail is pretty delicious. Then I'm adding 5 tablespoons of the vodka, or 2.5 ounces, and then 2.5 tablespoons of Kahlua, or really any coffee liqueur that you have. I used a cheaper coffee liqueur when I was out at my in-laws, and it was still really good. So again, just go with something that tastes good to you. This is the end of the bottle, so that's why I'm going back and forth when adding the Kahlua, because I don't really know if I'm going to have enough. But I had a little more than enough, so I just splashed in the rest. But normally I would just do the 2.5 tablespoons. Then you need some sort of milk. I use heavy cream because I always have it on hand for my wife's coffee. Or if I need like an after dinner snack, I do like whipped cream, nuts and berries, which is pretty good. So we always have it in our fridge. But if you have half and half or milk, that's fine. It won't be as good because heavy cream is amazing, but it'll still be pretty good. And I almost forgot to stir here, but before you add the cream, you want to stir, because I'm adding alcohol that's all at room temperature. And then you just stir it, probably for about 20 seconds until the outside of the glass is cold and the ice starts like floating in it, so you can tell that you've diluted the drink a bit and the alcohol taste won't be quite as sharp. Then I add the heavy cream, and I'm not measuring this. It's probably about an ounce or 2 tablespoons, but I'm just splashing some in and going for like a light coffee color. The alcohol ratio is somewhat important at like 2-to-1 vodka to Kahlua to get the right flavor, but the milk or the cream or whatever is really just a taste. I mean, I guess the whole thing's a taste, but this is how I like it. And then I just stir to combine, as we've already diluted the drink with ice, and just give it a taste, and if you need to adjust it with anything, just adjust. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe.